Hey, what's up, Jacob? How's it going, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. All right, so I know there's a lot going on. You guys have that, the 14-year anniversary thing going on with EVGA. A lot of new products, a lot of new announcements in the works. Actually, not just in the works. Exactly, yeah, not just in the works, man. There are already a lot of released. Let me get into the questions here first.
Okay.
And let's see here. First, I want to congratulate you guys for having your guys' 14-year anniversary. You guys have come a long way in 14 years. You guys have literally scaled the ladder to become one of the best, not just graphic card developers, but motherboard, power supplies. You guys have really topped the lines and made an impact in the gaming world. So
yeah, well, that's our goal, right? But
of course.
But I would say that our kind of bread and butter is graphics cards, as you know. But especially recently, we started really putting a lot of effort into some other areas as well. Motherboards has been one for some time, but power supplies is the most recent one, I would say. Mm-hmm. And then throughout this year and next year, you'll see some new stuff too.
Oh, can't wait! I honestly can't wait. With you guys have released some new video cards, like the 700 series. What's the difference between the cards? You would have to say between the 600 series and the 700 series, and which motherboard and CPUs do you think they're best compatible with?
Okay, so we launched the 700 series a few months ago, or maybe 2 months ago. We have the 3 models in the 700 series. That's the 780, the 770, and the 760. And the biggest differences from this generation to from last generation to this generation is obviously the performance is better. But there's some new stuff there's some new tech like GPU Boost 2.0.
Yeah.
Which puts a lot of focus on the GPU temperatures and your clock speeds. So the card kind of automatically sets the GPU clocks, primarily depending on the temperature, and you have some control over that as well with software.
I was noticing that. I was looking at some of the benchmarks comparing the 680 to the 780, and I noticed the 780 is really, really, really good for certain how I put it, Metro Light. It did really good against the 680, and even the 770s are very good in the TIs and all that. They're really, really good. So, what do you think? Absolutely, hands down, is the best graphics card you guys have? I mean, I would say intense games like footage, say Far Cry or Metro Light, or Battlefield 4 is coming out soon. So I mean, what do you guys really think is the best card, single card, not running double?
Well, it's probably the GTX Titan, although a GTX 780 is actually pretty close to a Titan in terms of performance.
Yeah.
But the Titan does have it has 6 gigabytes of memory. So if you're doing surround in Crysis 3, with 4x 8x or 4x anti-aliasing, then you probably want a lot of memory buffer. So that's where the Titan can really help you there. But the 780 is pretty close.
Doesn't it have a lot more gigs too? Doesn't the 780 have 3 gigs standard?
Yeah, the 780 comes with 3 gigabytes, and the 770 and 760 come with 2 gigabytes. Ooh. But there's 4 gigabytes. There's 4 gigabyte options for the 770 and 760 as well.
Yeah, that's gonna work a lot, especially if you're running high resolution with a bigger monitor. The more memory is gonna be a lot better when it's coming to performance. Now,
yeah, it can help you at high resolution certainly.
Yeah.
And if you're doing surround, 3 monitors, it can help you there too.
That's awesome. I actually want to get my hands on this. See. Now I know you guys have released a lot of video cards, a lot of different types of video cards, but besides video cards, you guys, what have you released recently besides the new video cards that you guys are wanting to get out?
Power supplies is the next kind of focus for us, I would say. So we launched we started off with a really, really high-end 1500 watt power supply, which launched last year. Obviously, that's a very high-end power supply, and it's
the Supernova.
It's not inexpensive either, but it's the flagship. 1500 watts. Not everyone needs 1500 watts. So
no, it's beast.
So as of today, we've kind of filled in all the gaps. So we have at the minimum we have a 500 watt power supply, and then so we have 500, we have 650, 750, 1000, 1300, and 1500, and we have some more coming. we have some more power supplies that'll kind of fill in those gaps as well. So eventually we'll have a complete top to bottom line power supplies.
Let's see here. Which products would you actually recommend on a budget for people who are thinking about building their own gaming PC?
Well, I mean, it depends how much you want to spend, but I would say a GTX 760 is actually a really good value for the performance that you get in it. But some of the 600 series cards have dropped in price as well. So like some of the 660s and those ones are actually really good. So I would recommend for a gamer who's looking for a good graphics card, if you're running like maybe 1080p, then GTX 650 Ti or above is a good choice.
Oh, that actually brings me to the next question I want to ask you about, like, because of the people on the budget. Now, if someone had like an unlimited budget and they could spend whatever they wanted and anything they could on EVGA products like cards, motherboard, power supply, what would you think would be the best combo to bring them to like the maximum of their gaming? I mean, if they're running like high resolution with big old monitor and they want to see everything.
Well, first of all, it'd probably be like that. You would probably need that 1500 watt power supply we talked about earlier. But you don't want to run like for the highest end, like 4 GTX 780s or 4 Titans even. And there's not a lot of guys who do that, but we do see it every now and again.
That's true. Yeah, big enthusiasts. Yeah. And me myself, I'm actually a huge enthusiast, especially like also besides that, a lot of people here don't even really know this, but you guys have your own YouTube channel. Yeah. And it's actually blowing up. You guys have a lot of great videos coming out with it's not like really tutorials based, but it has review videos on the products that people are wondering about, like me, like I was writing about the 780 or even the new Stinger, and that's a motherboard I really am falling in love with, by the way.
New motherboard. The videos that you can find at the EVGA channel are more like we do a lot of unboxing stuff, and a lot of kind of like what you get with the card. Not a lot of overboard marketing stuff. You kind of want to just say, here's what you get with the card. Here's a performance you can get. Here's what you get inside the box. That kind of stuff.
Gotcha. What is the actual YouTube website for people that are actually wanting to check out EVGA on YouTube?
It's youtube.com/Team EVGA.
And that would be the same for Twitter, right? /Team EVGA and...
We used to use... I saw someone put in the chat there, EVGA on the Tube. We used to use EVGA on the Tube, but we changed it to Team EVGA to kind of keep everything the same.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I do the same thing with /Elementalqt and stuff. So.
Yeah, so actually there is a lot of videos at the old channel too that was never migrated over, so they're both kind of good resources. But if for the latest stuff is at the Team EVGA channel.
Oh yeah, especially for those people that want the newest and the greatest. Now my question is a little more personal. Like, what PC are you running yourself for gaming and everything? I would like to know what your bad boy is.
So I have two. I have a kind of like a high-end rig, more higher-end rig with dual 680s and Z77 motherboard.
Nice.
And so that one with a 2560 by 1440 monitor, so it's a high-resolution display. So that's where I do primarily all my like first-person shooter gaming. But I also have like another rig, which I have downstairs, and that one is hooked up to my TV. And that one I just run Steam Big Picture mode on. I don't even really use a mouse or keyboard on it. I just turn it on. It boots to Steam Big Picture, and then I play like more racing games on there, and maybe like some platform games.
So you have like the 3-monitor setup where it's kind of like 3D racing, flying games, and all that stuff.
On the big rig?
Yeah.
No, I have a single monitor on that one, but it's 2560 by 1440, so it's pretty high resolution.
That's awesome. Like,
and I still do have the face change. I have had it for 3 or 4 years, and it still runs fine. Saw someone put that in the chat.
Yeah, because I'm running also 680s as well. But are you thinking of to moving up to the 700 series anytime soon, or are you?
Yeah,
780s. Yeah, double. That's very, very nice. Because you guys just released that not too long ago. So like for people out there that they're actually watching the stream right now, I know you guys are very anxious and we really want to ask some questions yourself, stuff that I haven't touched bases on, and I know Jacob would love to answer. So if you guys have questions, go ahead and throw them out there, and we'll get to those. First off, I actually seeing someone saying EVGA fight me one-on-one on the PTR right now. EVGA isn't an entity.
Yeah.
It's more of a...
That would be a little lopsided if we had everyone at EVGA fight.
That would be actually pretty funny. People are asking if they can see your rig. Actually, I think on the forums, there is a place on EVGA forums that actually shows mod rigs, right? That people show
Yeah,
systems.
I have it on there. Here, I'll send you this. Let me see.
Aha. Yeah, the mod rigs. And then people are asking, would a GTX 650 be a good starter card to use? That's actually a good question.
GTX 650, yeah. Yeah, GTX 650 is a good card still. 650 Ti is a little bit better, but 650 is still a pretty decent card for the money.
Yeah, I definitely agree. 600 series, guys, is still very powerful. It can run up basically almost anything and everything out there. Now, now with the new motherboard, that's for the what? The new 211 socket, right? 2011.
Oh,
socket.
okay. So yeah, in addition to the power supplies, we launched several new motherboards as well. So Intel launched a Z87 platform, which is also called Haswell. That's kind of like more the code name, but
yeah, their code name like they have, yeah.
So we have 3 motherboards that we're planning to launch for that. We have like a mini ITX motherboard, so it's really small, but it's still good performance. That would be like more for like a living room type PC.
Yeah.
We have another one which is called the FTW, and that one is kind of like a good price to feature value.
Like the new, yeah, for the newer stuff.
Yep, and then we have Classified, Z87 Classified, which is the highest end.
That's for an enthusiast right there. That's for someone that wants to go mainstream with their boards.
Yeah.
Like
somebody mentioned about $1,600. You could get like a really good rig for $1,600.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Especially if you can put it together yourself to save the time with the labor and all that.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to the 14th anniversary, is there any like events that people would need to check out that have a chance to actually get this stuff, even just by playing video games? I know I released a video about it, but I'm pretty sure there might be something that was left out. You guys have your own EVGA servers for Battlefield and Source, the offensive and team, all that team games. So, if there's any like, I know, the scavenger hunt. That's one thing I want to mention.
Yeah, so there's a lot of there's basically like 6 different ways you can win. So we have the scavenger hunt, so first of all this stuff's at evga.com/14, all the 14th anniversary giveaway stuff. So we have the scavenger hunt. If you enter in that, you just have to find these ribbons that are kind of like hidden throughout all the EVGA pages. And then when you find a ribbon, you click on it. It'll ask you a question, and you answer the question correctly. It's pretty simple questions, and we give you resources to find the answer if you're not sure. And then you answer that one correctly, and then that'll count as one. So you need to find these ribbons throughout the EVGA site, and then once you find all of them, then you're entered.
And that's for the $5,000 EVGA bucks, right?
So that's the grand prize. The grand prize is $5,000 EVGA bucks, and EVGA bucks are kind of like EVGA dollars that you can use at the EVGA store.
Okay.
Or any products that we sell, basically.
Is there a time limit? Say someone they won, would they have to buy immediately, or is there they can like hold on to it and use the 5,000 EVGA?
Yeah, they never expire. So
that's very cool.
You can use them for as long as EVGA is still around, which 14 years going.
Yeah, so exactly. Going strong, getting better and better by the year.
Should be here for another 14.
And then I saw someone talking about SLI. They're wondering how many watts it would need to power full SSI. Well, the thing is, my thing is that it's how many cards you're going to be running SLI and what card as well. Because I know I'm running SLI 680s, and my 750 or 850 is running it just fine.
Yeah.
But
generally, it depends on the card. But generally, a 750 to 850 watts can run most cards in SLI mode. Mm-hmm. I think the only real exception are the dual GPU cards, like the 690. You need a little bit beefier power supply there.
Oh yeah. What about the 780s? Do those run pretty high end?
A little bit more than 680, not a lot more.
Okay.
But you use an
1,000 watt, you'd say, right?
Yeah, an 850 or 1,000 watt should be fine for 780s.
Oh, okay. Now, is there anything else we'd like to touch base with? Anything you would like to say to the viewers here on the stream and the YouTube channel about the event or products that we have forgot to mention, by chance?
Speaking talking about SLI, we have kind of an interesting little product coming soon. It's more like an accessory, but it's an SLI bridge. So when you run to SLI or through SLI,
Yeah.
you need to have an SLI bridge to connect those cards together. So we have right now we don't have really a name for them. We just call them premium SLI bridges. But right now, so what we're working on is these premium SLI bridges that basically they function just like an SLI bridge, but they look really awesome.
Oh, so it's kind of like a decal for your SLI bridge.
It's more than a decal though. It's an entirely new bridge, and it has a LED on it that lights up and says EVGA.
Wow, that is awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
And are those out now, or are they coming out pretty
soon?
Not yet. Oh, I gotta give me one of those.
Very soon. But, I think those should be available probably. I would say the last week of July, maybe like within the next 1 to 2 weeks.
Cool.
Really
so
soon.
It's very soon. That's very awesome. Well, Jacob, I would like to thank you very much, man, on behalf of my live stream on my YouTube and EVGA. I'd like to thank you for taking the time again to do another Q&A. And I cannot wait for the next one, because I know for a fact there's going to be some more great stuff for everybody to get their hands on and check out. And by the way, guys, this video, at the end of it, I'll be giving away a t-shirt, EVGA t-shirt, sent by our friends EVGA, and a poster. Actually, I'll actually show you the poster right now. This is actually a very cool poster. I'm actually going to have to hang one of these up myself. This is actually a Game of Pwns. This is a very, very cool poster, and I'm really happy that I received it, and I'm very happy for you guys. I'm going to be sending these out. So at the end of this live stream, I'll be giving away a t-shirt plus a poster, not only with that, but the video as well. But Jacob, thank you very much, man. I will have to talk to you soon. I want to get a hold of you and talk to you about some of the products, and definitely that new SLI bridge. I think it sounds amazing, and I'd like to do a review on it as well. So again, Jacob, thank you, and you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
Bye.
Later.